So while they're cutting this off, it just went all the way in. And also the problem is there are so many clamps that were jammed up to the intercooler. So we're hoping that it didn't damage the core. It doesn't look like it, but it was definitely crushing into the intercooler. What Aaron ended up doing is just cut that part where it was damaged and just basically cut it clean and flare it and connect with the hose and clamps.
It ain't nothing without the hose.
Right side. He actually bought this meth kit from one of our customers, and this bracket I made it like a year or two and still rock solid. So we could actually use some legitimately made bracket. So this is actually ready to go in, so it's gonna be pretty easy for us to mount this thing at least. So yeah, look at that. This is a custom tune we're doing today, and it's a BK1 3.8 obviously. And something about this car is that I worked on this before. So previous owner came here and he had like a rod knock. So we actually replaced the motor, and while doing that we did the manual swap. And I did this like 2 years ago, I think. And this is actually the original motor from Project Sandy. So this is actually a long block we had, and we replaced all the parts and put it in and did a manual swap. The transmission from Project Sandy still running. Everything's running fine. The only thing was when we gave the owner the option, we were just told to make it to work. So there are a few things that we could actually make it better, but that's what we actually ended up doing back then. So the new owner's here to get the custom tune done, and let's see what we could do. We're out at the shop waiting for parts. Again.
I'm here in my garage.
Here in my garage. I did that like a year ago, bro. You gotta catch up.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Is that the cover? Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was the other side is yellow and that's red. Huh?
I gotta protect my $400 hammer.
Yeah. Show off.
The ball is hit.
Yeah. A financial mistake. Yeah. But what we did yesterday was basically take this off, and this particular kit comes with this 90-degree return line fitting, which is a little damaged now while I'm taking it off, and we don't need this piece of crap anyway. What this does is, you know, you want the return line design as straight as possible, and you know, people tell like, oh, you could clock it or whatever to do this, but Precision themselves don't even recommend this. So and what it does is it actually had this kind of is tall that you will have less angle to play with. So what we usually like to do is just weld the AM fitting straight to the turbo, professionally welded, by the way. So there's no reason for future leaking issues here. Then we're gonna put the AN fitting 45 degrees here in AN braided lines, metal lines, so it doesn't melt or anything. And it's very strong if it rub it you know, against something else. And another AN line welded to the block here, which is already pre-drilled, but I had to probably drill it a little larger than that, and then put the aluminum AN fitting, weld it from inside because you can't really get to the top part, and then another 45 degrees connected to the turbo. That's actually correct way to do it, and that's been working for us for a while. So I just capped this off to see if there's any leak, and it looks like it's completely sealed and welded because I did like 3-4 passes just to be sure. And here's a vibrant 45 degree angle AN fittings here. So Aaron decided to just take the turbo apart a little bit so you could just kind of clean it up because it's pretty nasty in there. All the debris and oil, which is done many times for that 2.0. That had issues with the precision turbo. This collection of all the so yeah, I mean, this is it's turning out to be like 20-hour install thanks to this guy. But we're only gonna charge him the flat rate we quote him, so we're doing a lot more than what we initially talked about. And we still have to do a meth kit install and the gauge, but mainly we can't really go forward because all these issues, and we just can't stand, and when the cars come in here we gotta just get it done right. So these things we didn't even mention to the customer. We're just gonna fix it up and do it the right way. So Aaron went to get something to eat, and thanks to our removable or movable bench that I was able to just bring the whole cart here, whole welding bench over here. All we need to move is actually the cord, and I went underneath it to weld it, the bung from inside. So outside's nice and clean, and as long as I put these two materials together and melt them together, everything's gonna work just fine. It's just the position that you have to face up, like you have to look up, and at filler rods it's actually tough. And honestly, like I've done so many that it's easier for me to do it now. So the turbo kit's pretty much on. Aaron worked on all the pipes lined up. This particular kit, it's really hard to line it up perfectly. So there's some ways around, and we've done quite enough to know how we should be lining it up. So the meth bung's actually installed. I welded that earlier. The pipes all kind of lined up, and the clamps weren't even like on there the right way, so we had to just redo all the clamps. So it's here, and Aaron's not coming in tomorrow, so we're just gonna stop here and try to finish everything on Friday like we promised. We said the latest next Tuesday, but the owner wants it before the weekend, so we'll try to see what we can do. But the main thing was missing parts and things that we had to redo again. So, and it's only been 2 days, so technically if you drop this off, we could probably finish this thing in 2 days without the meth kit and all that little things. But this install was just taking a little longer, and just because we had to just redo it. Honestly, we didn't have to do some of the stuff here and there, but just wanted to get it done right for the customer. We're not even charging for their stuff. All right, so I'm out here out of nowhere. Just bought this tailgate I've been missing, and I've been meaning to put on. I've been actually just shopping around on the Craigslist and eBay and all that, but just couldn't find the right one. This one I only picked it up for 50 bucks. So like anything that I could pick up is like a dent it or scratch it like really badly. So this thing actually works for me. And yeah, I'm just really out of nowhere. It's kind of sketchy, so I'm gonna get out of here.